Are you already making content, or you're interested in starting to make content because you want to build your personal brand, or you just want to make some extra money online, but AI is out now, so you don't know what to do? Should you even start? And if you already have started, will you survive AI? Today, that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about how to survive AI in the age of tech going crazy right now. We're also going to talk about posting over 40. If you're 40 years old and up, why you should be posting more than everybody else, because you actually have a huge advantage. That and a bunch more. Welcome back to the podcast. We are on episode 4. Let's go.
That was good. You like your intro?
No. I don't like that intro, but I'm a little tired, guys. I slurred a couple of times. I had to put the whole podcast up myself for the 100th time in a row, even though it's episode 4.
I helped a little bit. I did some audio.
But yeah, man, we're here once again. I wanted to talk about surviving AI, because AI is everything. Whether it's the stock market, AI is the whole thing. Whether it's ChatGPT or all these other systems of emailing without having to touch your email, it could just do everything on your computer. People are scared of losing their jobs. People don't know, should they be using it? Should they be running away from it? But in terms of making content, it's been a big conversation. How do you survive? And I believe one of the easiest ways to survive is by creating a personal brand and being an actual human with real life human experiences that AI can't mimic. Okay? So if you make content, like I've been making content with one of my main clients for the last 3 years, if you make content based on information, if you haven't already started to feel like you're losing, not getting as much engagement and comments and DMs and likes and shares, it's because people are now just going to AI for the information.
Right. We have an abundance of information.
Right. So we used to scroll and be like, oh, cool. That's how you do this, that, and the third. Mm-hmm. If you want to fix your credit, blah, blah, blah. But now AI is the best information giver out there, right? Mm-hmm. Not that you still can't put out information, but you need to find a way to make it through your experience, right?
What's intriguing is like fresh perspectives, right? That's what makes you stop, right?
Right.
Want to watch something.
Because AI can't have a perspective. They only have a fact.
I was watching a video today that even the name AI is misleading, because you're saying artificial intelligence, meaning like it could think.
Did I send you that?
Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. But I think I reposted it, but it's really not thinking for itself. It's kind of like you teach it something, it regurgitates that. It's more just like an automated assistant. You know what I'm saying? It's not really innovating. It's not really thinking for itself, you know? Well,
you are right. Mm-hmm. We're using the term AI, but it's not really artificial intelligence. Right. But most people don't think for themselves anyway. So if it's taking... If it's taking the world of humans and all the knowledge we put out on the internet and it's putting it together, versus you being one man, it's pretty.
I had this obviously we've been trained to think like Terminator and Matrix and like the robots are gonna take over and kill us all. But I kind of after using it for a while, I changed my perspective on it. I was just like, this is just an automated assistant. It just helps you expedite workflow. Like that's at this point, I don't know how far they're gonna take it. The Terminator and the Matrix ideas start to come into play because they just keep making it better and better and better and better, right?
Well, that's the thing. You're saying it helps you with your workflow. It's going to be the whole work.
Well, that's where it is for now. That's where it is for now.
Yeah, but
what I mean is the Terminator idea is it's thinking for itself, meaning when you try to go turn it off, it's I don't want to turn off.
Yeah, but why are people afraid of that? Who are the most? Let me tell you something.
Because I'll tell you why.
No.
I'll tell you why.
That should be the second thing you're afraid of. If you're think, watch this.
What's the first thing?
Humans.
You're 100% right. I actually saw the guy, I forgot his name, that made ChatGPT. He was actually listing the 3 fears, and you're 100% correct. Actually, the first fear was that what the humans are gonna do with it. Like if you have, I don't know, some enemy of America or some dictator or something that just wants to abuse it, you know what I'm saying, and take people out using AI. He said that's actually the number one fear. The thing that I said is number 2. Then there's a third one. The third one was he mentioned how it's like a slow burn kind of one that most people don't mention. They either look at the first one where like humans use
so it's a birth rate one. Where
it's just,
it convinces you not to procreate and eventually you go extinct anyway, but they do it all
it's
for
just
like
something. Yeah, right. It just changes our entire society completely, right? And then, but it's slow. It's like a gradual progression, and then and then we don't like the outcome of like where it goes, right? But it's those three ways. It's the one where you said like some evil tyrant just decides to abuse it. What's the second thing I said?
it thinks for itself and figures out we're a
Right.
virus.
Then that's the Terminator Matrix kind of thing, right? And then the third way that you said, like
the second way is the most fun, to be honest. Like as men and being in a world where we don't even like get to punch people in the face no more, like there's a part of me that wants to be outside. Die, robot.
John Connor.
But bringing it back to content, what we're doing right now, like remember when the podcast like first blew up maybe 4 years ago, like hit its peak, and now everybody thinks
it's podcast in general.
Yeah, and now everyone thinks it's kind of oversaturated. I think it has another launch up because of AI, right? Because
why is that?
Long form can't be faked.
Okay.
So you know how you see AI and Instagram, and some of it I know it's fake, but it's so entertaining, so I watch it anyway. So I'm giving.
You watch those AI clips, like the shorts and stuff like that.
There's good ones now.
Reels.
There's just good ones. Like it doesn't matter what.
And you know the person and the voices and everything's all fake, and you watch it. Anyway?
No, it's not like what it was 30 days ago. Is not what it is now. That's what's scary about AI.
Like you almost can't tell the difference.
I had to watch this video, and I know it was a girl speaking on the mic like this on the podcast. I'm looking at her. I'm like. She looked too pretty, like perfection. Her nose too pretty, and her mouth. I'm looking at her teeth. I'm like, and she had 100,000 likes. That means it got viewed over 1 million times because the information she was saying was fire, whether she was AI or not.
So you're okay with watching short form like that, but you don't think that they're able to do long form like that?
Because in a small clip, if the information's awesome or compelling.
Just gives you that quick dopamine.
Yeah, it doesn't
you keep it moving.
Yeah,
anyway.
It's either you love it or you hate it or you want to fight it or argue with it. It's the point that matters, not that a human or a robot is saying it. Mm-hmm. Even if it was a robot, literally with metal, with red eyeballs and said, humans are dumb because they eat foods in the bathroom, we would still be in the comments arguing with the robot.
Well, it's a battle for, we've had this conversation, how you said you're in this like efficiency mode, right? And that's the thing. What's more efficient than a robot, right? So that's the fear. It kind of makes us seem or look inefficient because humans are always going to have flaws. Humans are always going to have, you know what I mean? Like weaknesses. A robot, if you could program a robot to do whatever and it doesn't get tired, it doesn't have needs, it doesn't, you know what I mean?
And that's why I think there's going to be a mass majority of people who are going to be hurt financially because robots and AI are absolutely going to replace them.
Yeah,
you can't repeat. If you have a job that doesn't need human touch, in the next 5 years, you are in danger. I just went to Valentine's Day, right?
I'm just laughing because I'm thinking of something else. Like I'm thinking of like even like the dating market. Like, you know what I mean? Like if they make these realistic robots and the dude is just 100% efficient.
Like imagine a girl that doesn't talk back.
Right.
But even for the girls, maybe it's a guy that doesn't cheat because he just turns off when you're not home anyway. He powers down.
There you go. Solves all your problems, right?
But I also think it's going to go heavy the other way. I think we're going to go crazy tech. We're going to go crazy robotic. We're going to go crazy AI. But then we're going to also go crazy organic. We're going to go crazy coffee shops and record places.
That's where I'm going. Yeah, I know that's where I'm going. But I got to go there. Yeah.
But that's where we're going to go casually for entertainment. That doesn't mean you're going to have a job. Right?
Right.
So long form can't be faked because human experience can't be faked. And in long form, that's what happens. Like, for instance, we are 11 minutes into this podcast. Mm-hmm. For 5 minutes, we've been talking about random fun stuff with AI and other stuff. That wasn't my plan. right? But it's just humans.
Yeah, you're the robot. You're like efficiency.
Right. I gotta stay on point with being efficient and being on point.
Yeah.
But humans you're gonna be able to tell a story about your cousin and where you grew up, and we're gonna be able to tie it into content and what we're doing. And AI was just born; it doesn't have those experiences.
Right.
You know, so long form.
The name is misleading. I learned that honestly just by using it. You know what I'm saying? There's times where I'm like, yo, ChatGPT is dumb. Like it made a mistake. Like it's not as perfect or as efficient or solve all your problems how people think it is. You know what I mean? Like that's been my experience with it.
I think the name is not applicable. You can call it orange lemon, and I also think. Yeah, you are right. It makes mistakes, and it's still 10 times better than any human. Like maybe 50 times better. Because what I had it doing the other day.
That depends. Better at what? I think there's context.
Better better at gathering information at 100 miles an hour.
All right, but now you're contradicting yourself because you've told me that you said I'm better than ChatGPT. What did you mean?
For what I do.
Yeah, what did you mean by that? That you're better?
Because ChatGPT has never hugged their mother before. And my job as someone who is a creative and a marketer, I am good at looking at what makes people feel a certain way.
And ChatGPT can never.
It could read about what that means and spit it back to you. Oh, you want your wife to love you better? Here are certain things you can do, but like it's never been held by its mom. It's never. I could feel people's emotions.
Doesn't your ChatGPT, like after having multiple conversations with it for months, it starts to like talk like you a little bit?
Yeah,
right?
and you can prompt it to learn you better, and you could prompt it to tell you how you can tell it to learn you better.
Jesus, yeah.
Right? Yeah. But that's just learning what you want from it. When I'm looking at social media, that's why when we start talking about algorithms and tricks and hacks, I like them, but they're like the last thing I talk about.
But you just brought up something really good. What do you want from it? That's a good question.
What do I want from?
Yeah, from the use of the AI. Like, what do you want from it?
Well, I'm just discovering it now, so I'm new. But what blew my mind is I'm a super creative, spastic, ADHD level mind. And I always come up with great ideas that could be big money ideas or just future visions of what things should be or what I can create. And I always can give you the name of the book and the story and the peak of the story and the end and the love. But I'm not the greatest at every incremental part, right. All the insides. And that's what AI does.
Right.
It gives you like all the meat. I know how you should feel and how it should sound and how it should taste. No, and AI is like, hey, Chris, you forgot to write Once Upon a Time in a dark, wintry.
Yeah, the tedious stuff, yeah.
Right, the tedious stuff.
Yeah.
And for someone like me, the tedious stuff is what slows me down and makes me not want to create at all.
Right. It actually like takes away the inspiration because you got to stop to do that tedious work.
Right.
So that's why having an automated assistant is great, you know?
Right. And I think if you use AI to increase productivity and increase speed.
Yeah, that's the best use of it for sure.
You're out of here. But I promise you, there's a money grab right now.
But but you also got to think about it. There's going to be a point that the AI becomes like Google, right? Like we used to have.
It's like Google now.
But that's what I mean is I don't know if are you think enough people are using it at the rate that they're using Google? Yeah.
ChatGPT.
Is that common already?
First of all, we keep saying ChatGPT. There's literally thousands of different AIs, but ChatGPT is the most popular, and people are, especially people under 30, they don't even use Google. Google's dead. It's TikTok for when you want to go out somewhere, and it's ChatGPT when you have a real question.
Well, what I was kind of trying to say is like, remember like prior to Google, we're old enough to remember before Google, right? Like where you would have an argument or a discussion with somebody and you have to like use your own brain, right? And we just got accustomed to saying like when you're arguing with your girl,
Google it.
Yeah, Google it. Like the Google will end the debate, so to speak, right?
Ask Chat is a new one.
That's what I'm saying. But the Google became normal to us, right? Are we there yet with ChatGPT that it's normal like that? I don't think we're there yet.
Under 30, that's all I hear. It's in your
Yeah.
phone now. They have Chat GPT.
Oh, my 8-year-old did pick up my phone today and said, I'm going to chat GPT. 8 years old,
Right.
dude.
Like that is the
So
new,
it is already that. See, that's the thing. So that's another thing that you should. That's I think the reason I was gonna get into that is like saying why you shouldn't be that scared, because when it becomes that normalized, we're all gonna be like more efficient, so to speak, right? So it's not really like competition. We're all gonna be on the same level. It's
I
gonna be
don't
the
think
same
so.
playing field.
I
really.
don't think.
Why not?
Yeah. Yes. 90% of us will be on the same level, and the 10% will always be the 10%, and the 1% will always be the 1%,
Right.
because they're going to go the extra step and the extra
Right.
mile to utilize those tools.
But everyone has access to the tool now, right?
Yeah. Does everyone have access to credit?
Right.
Right. Who actually gets funding and buys houses
Right.
and does
Exactly.
stuff with it.
Yeah.
And that's why I said there's a big gold rush right now. The people that know, watch this. It was about 2 years ago, maybe 18 months ago. Remember when that app came out where you can take a picture of yourself and you give it to this app and it puts you in all different types of clothes? Like you were a king, you were a wizard, you had muscles, right? That was AI 18 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody made that before AI was the big thing, and they made like $8 million because of that one app. Mm-hmm. That's what I mean by gold rush right now. Next month, the month after, there's going to be things that are popping up. If you can utilize, and I don't say you have to be an app maker, but if you could utilize AI to boost your productivity so fast, there's so many ways you can make a lot of money, like you said, before everybody catches on. When I mean everybody, I'm still talking about like the 10% that you're going to see all over YouTube and social media, you know?
Well, this is a stupid way that I use. I'm not saying stupid, because there's probably like better ways to use it at this point already. But like if, in a situation like this where we have to edit a 1-hour podcast, right? I realized that there's a feature that you have, instead of going through the whole entire hour, you just have the text to silence, and it just does all the cuts for you. So something that would have took me hours to do, it gets done in 5 minutes. You know what I mean?
You're talking about the one that's like for the editing program.
Yeah, but even like Logic Pro in audio again, the AI mastering and the AI this and the AI that. So when we're doing audio and video editing, all this stuff, when I'm making reels, when I'm making shorts, when I'm making long form YouTube, when I'm making a song, when you start to add up the time, that all of the time that this is saving you throughout the week, it makes a really big difference too.
Huge difference.
It's crazy.
Like for instance,
so your output is just way higher, because it's like,
right, and you can focus on the things that actually bring money to your business.
That's true. Yeah.
Right. So I forget what it's called, not the ATEM, but it's the Rode, right? I have Rode. It's a Rode video caster. And I was going to buy it today. One is $400. It's not only the video. So it does the audio, what we're doing now. It takes the place of this. It does video. And what it does is every time I speak, it's showing me on the camera. You speak, it's showing you. And if you have a third camera, it shows everybody. It's not perfected yet. And I need it to be perfected, because if I want this to be a clip on social media, I don't want it to be partially you just staring at me say it.
Right.
So I was kind of like iffy about it. But you best to believe within like 4 months from now, they're going to fix that and it's going to be a thing. So that's one way. And the second way is, like you said, in Logic, in DaVinci, in Final Cut, you can put this in there. You can line the audio up with all 3 cameras. And then when everybody speaks, that one works even better. So that would take you, think about it. The podcast, let's say you have an hour podcast. It takes an hour to watch or listen to a podcast. Right. So you have to stop every time I'm talking to make sure I'm being looked at. When Gabe's talking, make sure he's being looked at. That's going to take you about 2.5 hours for one podcast. AI does it in about 60 seconds.
It's insane.
You know, so you have to utilize it to get ahead, because I don't know what the future holds. It might get scary. It might be, Elon says,
like what is the next phase?
Yeah, Elon says we're either all going to die because of it, or
wow, how does that?
No, because it's going to be
chaos. How do we get to extinction?
Because when people don't have any money, they act crazy. When the lights go out for 3 days, now people are robbing and stealing. So if half the
But why wouldn't they have money if it's helping us all with output?
What do you mean? But there's going to be a moment where helping, if you work at ShopRite, you may not have a job anymore. For Valentine's Day, I went to Target, right? Call me cheek, whatever. I just need some flowers. But I went to Target, right? I wanted to get a card, some flowers, stuff like that. there was one register open with a human, and the rest was beep, beep. Okay. All those registers used to have humans in it.
Oh,
So
you know what I saw in Jersey City? A Uber Eats robot. You ever seen those?
that's what I'm saying.
They're just walking around the street with your food.
But that's what I'm saying. There used to be 8 people with jobs.
Right.
They're gone, and now there was just one.
An automated car, so Uber is probably be gone for people too. And stuff
Right,
like that.
right. So, but just in the Target, right?
Mm-hmm.
You think anybody's going to be there 2 years from now? There's going to be like 5 humans, and you're going to walk in. Amazon's already starting to do this in Amazon stores. You walk in, you pick what you want, and you don't even go to check out. You just walk out.
Such a dark conversation because it's like, why do they want that? Like, you know what I mean?
Because it's productivity, it's ease of use, and for us too. Imagine going to a store right now. You shop. You put
all right, but if you're making the majority of humans like obsolete and useless, that's the whole society is gonna crash.
That's my point.
So like, is that what you want? Like,
but when technology,
so it goes into a dark conversation.
but when technology changes things, there's going to be bumps and bruises, and we're gonna have to figure it out. So if we walk into a store and pack your cart, you don't have to even check out. You leave, it knows what you got, it charges you, you're done. All those people that used to work there are gone. Now add that to all the other stores.
But everybody needs work, so everybody's gonna have to find something else. So that's why we were just talking about this before we even started a pod, like the trade and regular like being an electrician and stuff like that is actually getting more popular because that's what's needed. Like people have to go back into those type of jobs, right?
Yeah, until a robot just comes to your house and fix your electricity. See, we keep talking about AI, but we forget like robotics is next. Right, we used to have to get a truck, and
that's what I mean, dude. This is a dark.
How fast is the robot?
What is their objective?
How fast is the robot going to climb the light pole?
I don't get it, yo.
You know. So Elon was saying we're either going to go into darkness or we're literally going to be living in the Garden of Eden because with all the AI and robotics, we have enough food for everybody. We have enough. Like you won't have to work anymore. We don't have to have jobs anymore because we have robots that can plant anything and do everything perfectly. That's what he's saying.
But I see, but that's why it gets into like almost like a religious conversation because it's like I don't like, bro, if we just invented our way into making ourselves useless and we no longer need to work.
Yeah, but why do you say useless? And why does working make you
somebody? What would you want to do with your time? Like if you're not
play with my daughter.
That's it.
Yeah, hang out with my family. Play sports. Watch this.
But you don't have to hunt. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to.
No, you can hunt if you want to hunt. You see? You could do what you want when you want. You want to hunt? Let's go hunt. You want to box? Let's go box. But you won't be forced.
So it's everybody's essentially living like a rich person, I guess.
That's it.
I don't believe in that. I don't know if we'll ever get to like a utopia.
The only reason
utopian dream. I don't know if that's like I don't know if that's the way the world was created to be. Like
the only way we won't,
unnatural is what I'm saying.
The only way we won't get there is because the people in power want to take all the money for themselves and they're going to figure out how to put people in boxes.
There you go. I think that's
the only reason.
Right. I think that's a realer statement. That's a more realistic statement based on like knowing history and knowing scripture. That's probably like a more realistic statement.
Like, why do we have homeless people if we have robots and AI?
I don't know.
It literally doesn't make sense.
No, I know.
But I don't want to go too off course.
Yeah,
which we did.
but no, not really, because there's still AI and robotics. And
but I want to base it on how people could actually use it to better their lives now. Because who cares? Mm-hmm. Like, who cares? What we've been talking about, when I hear it online, I know everybody is entertained by different things.
No, it ends up at that doomsday conversation.
Yeah, but who cares?
No, but that's why we had it, because I know people are talking like this. You know what I'm saying?
But who cares?
Yeah, right.
Yo,
how does that help you?
Yeah. When I say become a better thinker, my thing is like this. I don't know what the future holds. I don't know how around the corner the future is. Is it 2 years? Is it 5? Is it 10? How do I get as much as I can get now to secure my family, my friends, and our circle's future to be to the defense against if something's going to happen bad, right? Mm-hmm. So right now we know it's new. Right now we know 95% of people aren't actively using anything beyond ChatGPT, and even a smaller percentage is.
And even if they're using ChatGPT, they're not even using it the right way.
No, they're using like Google, like a smarter, cooler Google, mm-hmm. right? And how about this? They're not using it to make money anyway. They're just using it because they had an argument with their freaking mom. And they're like, yo, I told you that Toronto wasn't in the west side of, Like, and that's why I say who cares and get mad. It's not at you or anybody else, but it's really at me because I get caught up in that too. And I'm like, Chris, how do you use this thing with the skills you know how to use on social media with marketing to make money?
What was the previous scare? Was there like a technological scare that was this big prior?
No, never.
Never?
No.
Wow, really?
Never. Not a phone, not a
even
car.
The internet? I'm not old enough to remember like the beginning of the internet.
The internet was the opposite. It was like, whoa, look at all this stuff we can use.
They didn't look at it as like this.
No, the internet didn't take nobody's jobs. It gave people jobs.
So they didn't look at it like this could make us useless kind of thing.
What was the only thing that did that? Maybe like,
I know it wasn't taken serious at first.
Farm equipment. People got scared like, oh, now that this does this, you won't need me anymore. But tech is different, man.
No, this AI thing is different.
Like taxi drivers are going to be done. Uber drivers done. Uber Eats done.
The first phrase that I heard that scared me is, "This is going to change the world more than the internet." And then I was like, "Yo, the internet changed the world."
I think this is 10x the internet.
That's crazy.
10x the internet.
So I can't even, if that's the case, I can't even imagine what the future looks like, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't even imagine like the world like my son will grow up in or something. You know, he's gonna be 18 in 18 years. Imagine like the world in 18 years.
And you got to set him up now, or he's gonna be one of the slaves to a robot. You're either gonna
he'll be Neo, bro.
You're either gonna own the robots or be
Neo, yeah,
or be Neo. But yeah, so there's different ways to use it. Whether you're cutting on a podcast, whether you're searching up content ideas to make, people are writing books faster than ever because they can't get brain freeze. It's always going to give you some way to get out of your cloud. But even me, like, I don't know the exact way I want to use it. I think I want to use my skills in social media and marketing to help businesses put AI into their business. Yeah, because businesses are like, I know everybody needs it, but I'm making pizzas. I don't know what the heck. How's that help me?
Right.
The people who implement, the middlemen who implement AI into businesses, just like I help busy business owners do social media, they don't have time for it. AI, they know everyone else is going to have it. They don't know how it could help them, and they don't know how to implement it. If you're that person or you're that company, forget about it. And I think that's a big.
Yeah, I don't even think I'm using it to its full capacity yet. Like
you're not using you to your full capacity yet.
Well, right. That's a different conversation. But I don't think, AI, I think I'm still using it like how it was used 2 years ago, let's say, or whatever, right? Like
casual.
Yeah. Like I'm using some features, but I'm sure they're like I'm probably using like not even 50% of the features that I could be using. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm gonna bring Ryan here one day. Ryan is a friend of mine, and he's like an AI master. He doesn't send emails himself. Everything's automated.
See, that's what I mean. Like I'm still sending emails.
No, it writes it for you. It answers for you. It knows how to answer. Like so, instead of like, even when he was trying to get a new work, not a new job, but new clients, he used to have to find the client. He has an AI agent that goes out into the world, finds every job that's perfect to you, finds the people in charge of hiring, emails that person for you, writes the perfect thing.
Oh, I need to talk to this dude. See, this is what I'm saying. This is where the level of AI is at. I'm definitely not using it.
Yeah, like he'll send 500 emails in one day.
Yeah, I'm not using AI at that level. No. But I know it's already there, you know what I mean? So I haven't.
And you have to, because there's the few people that are gonna
outperform
everybody.
Yeah.
And by the time everybody gets on it and everybody's equal, they're billionaires. And I'm not saying I need $1 billion, but I want my piece of the pie.
It's just not, dude. It's just like $1 billion actually seems possible when you start talking like that. Sending out 500 emails a day, doing the sales call for you, like.
Well, they said because of AI, in 10 years, there's going to be someone that's going to have the first $1 billion company. It was a trillion. I think it was $1 billion company with no employees.
That's insane. I see it, but the way you're talking, I see it, dude. Yeah. It's doing that's crazy, man. To do that, that's one guy doing that with a computer. You know what I'm saying?
And that's one task.
But
he's doing 30 tasks like that with AI.
Yes, but that's like having a super efficient staff. Like back in the day, you would have had you had to hire like the best guys.
Let me tell you, AI don't go to the bathroom. AI don't get pregnant. AI don't get sick. AI doesn't even go home. When you go to sleep, AI is still working. So if you're not using AI right now to beat the competition, you are going to get beat.
Yeah, it's wild.
Straight up bad.
It's really wild.
And right now,
it's exciting. It's scary. It's just wild, like, to think about.
Bro, and I'm talking to you directly. I'm telling you right now, because I know we talk about this stuff, and everybody goes back to their corner, and you do your best with the tools you have in life. I'm talking to you right now. You have to do if you don't do at least 30 minutes of AI a day, and not talking to your chat GPT, if you don't do at least 30 a day, you're going to get ran over. You have to. Right now, it's a gold rush, and it exists, but no one's really using it except the people with money, and they're hiring people to learn AI. Mark Zuckerberg, I think he's hiring people for like $80 million a year right now because so few people know how to prompt at that level. He's trying to keep people away from open AI and all these guys because everyone's trying to build their AI company and get their employees that can help. So few people are good at that. They're dropping $50 million a year, $80 million a year on one person to be able to, you understand?
Yeah.
Because they want the best people in the world. We're not at that level. The people watching are not at that level. Maybe. And if you are, come holler at me.
That one person, if they're paying you that means that's what you're worth. Because that's how much money you're helping them make.
Right. You're helping to make $1 billion with your little 80. Right. So what I'm saying is, can we make $100K this month?
Right.
We have to figure out how to use it. I'm going to say this every podcast. I'm learning how to become a better thinker. I'm a dreamer. I'm a visionary. I'm a creative. I'm trying to become a better thinker so I can actually attack my ideas and attach them to real wealth movements. You know?
Yeah.
So I'm aggressively trying to figure out how to use it beyond my personal brand, because your personal brand is great. I think based on what we were talking about before, you can't fake long form content. You can't fake real life human experiences. Like we said last podcast, I think outside and being together with other humans are going to become more popular. But when we're speaking about using the tool of AI, we're in the next 18 to 24 months, there's so much money to be made because most people are confused and aren't going to be using it. And they're going to be paying for things that really take us 5 minutes. We're going to be like, yeah, 5,000. We got to convert your whole system and EQ. And they're not going to know what you're talking about. And AI is going to do it for 5 minutes.
Right.
In 5 minutes. And you're going to charge $5,000. And you're going to do it to 10 people in 10 days.
Right.
That time is now, the next 18 months, before they figure out it actually costs 25 cents.
Right.
You know?
But you still, like you just mentioned, you can't replace experience, right? That's what's gonna makes a brand stand out, I guess. Like your stories, and that's why you said the 40 plus has the advantage.
Oh, good, and we could bring it to that. So I was saying, if you're 40 years old, and you are not making content, you are missing out on so much money. Because guess what? Who are the people making the most content online? If you swipe for an hour straight, what are the ages you think are making these content?
Honestly, I don't see an age group anymore. It's so like,
I'm saying, but for me in mass, I would say 38 and under.
You think so?
Oh yeah, I think 30s are hot. You know what I'm saying? I think 30s are hot. 20s are out of control.
I used to think that way, but after pandemic, man, I saw everybody online. Like, I think older people started getting more used to being online because it was like, I mean, that at that point, name
one older person you know in real life that makes content consistently.
Name one older person that I know personally that makes content.
How about
consistent?
this? Other than me, name one person that you haven't produced for that makes content consistently.
That's not fair because like I'm in like entertainment and music and stuff like that. It's kind of like everyone has to make content. Because then if you don't, you're like sort of like obsolete.
I don't know anybody in your side that does it consistently. Except if you don't have a podcast, I don't know anybody that does it consistently.
Well, define consistently. Like
consistent is every day, every other day.
Don't you think? I mean, all musicians, DJs, and stuff like that have to. No. I think most do, or they try to. I don't know.
I probably have 5 people out of the hundreds and thousands that I follow.
Really?
Yeah. People make content. People post content. They don't have a plan. They don't make content. And they're not really building anything. They're just like, I did this, so I'm posting this. That's
what you mean. Like,
yeah, they're
like
not
posting for a reason, having a strategy, and stuff like that. Yeah.
So like the older
or having an end goal with it too. Like I'm like building up to something.
The older people who are posting are killing it, and they're killing it because there's not a lot of them. And when they are, they're talking about like it's either going to be the church people or it's going to be the fitness people. Mm-hmm. I'm 60 years old and I still do push-ups. Bro, there's 1 million other subjects they're not talking about. Mm-hmm. And people, when they get online and they're over 40, 45, 50, bro, they don't want to see a 25-year-old telling them this and telling them that. Dude, I've been alive.
Oh, yeah, I ignore most of that.
But that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. You were a baby when I was doing this. I have 20, 30 more years in this world. Like, don't give me advice. And they want to see their peers. They want to see who.
I saw 2 young dudes debating what they would do when they're married and they have kids. And then they were like, neither one of them were married and had kids. And I was like,
or how about,
what do you even guys say?
How about all the dating advice?
Right.
You're giving dating advice and you're 25. Mm-hmm. It's like
and single and
don't know what you're doing, but you have all this wisdom. Usually comes from the older people because they have way more life experience. So if you start making content and you're over 40, there are so many people who are dying to hear from you and your perspective. And guess what? You know what age and wisdom gets you? It gets you trust.
Right.
I trust this guy. Mm-hmm. He's lived long enough. He had enough experiences. He's been through enough hell to be worthy to take advice from.
Right.
So if you start speaking to that group of people, oh my, you're out of here.
Right.
You're out of here.
Yeah. And like you said, that's the way to stand out too, because with the AI, like how, like, or just the oversaturation online, because the AI, we didn't really talk about that, how the AI is going to cause massive oversaturation, right? And with the massive oversaturation, you're going to have to really customize your story or just be yourself, because then, tell your real story. And
I think that's good. I think the oversaturation is good for people like me and you. I think if 5 million robots start making content, mm-hmm. everybody who just makes content trying to get like money and do money grabs and just give you facts and information, AI is going to eat them, and they're going to run away. Yeah. But the people who, remember how you said people are going to run the coffee shops and want to be together? When they see the real humans online, I'm not only going to follow him, I'm going to subscribe to him. Like, I only want to see his stuff. Like, they're going to rebel against watching that AI slop.
Right.
Because AI is going to be too perfect. AI is not going to make mistakes. AI is not going to have yellow teeth. We don't want yellow teeth, but you get what I'm saying?
It's just not, well, I guess it's just not relatable. That's what it is, right?
Right.
Like how you relate to a robot.
You're just going to want information from AI, and you're going to love. I think it's going to blow up. I think it's going to blow up online. I think I'm going to watch it, because if I want to learn how to do this, that, and third, it's going to have the facts.
I think Neil deGrasse said something about that, where people aren't even going to, it's going to be so oversaturated that people are going to want almost like more entertainment online. Like, because
that's all they want now.
Right. You think most people just go to online more for entertainment than actual information?
Why do you even open up? Watch this. Be honest with yourself. When you're not thinking, you just sit down for a minute, you're done with work, and you open Instagram.
You're not going to take a class.
No. You're going to see
to watch something mind-numbing.
Yeah, like, is there any, like, what is it going to be you don't even care what pops up. It could be the news, it could be a sport.
I watch like pure stupid comedy, like really good comedy, but like, what
right.
I mean?
You want to be taken away from the work you've been doing.
I want to laugh a lot of the time. Yeah,
right.
Sure,
Right. You want to be laughed. Some people want to go down conspiracy rabbit holes because that's what they like.
Unless it's in the morning. So like, for instance, like, let's say I wake up and I go in the office and I want to like study a certain subject, and then I'll be like real serious. And
but I don't count. You just said I want to study a certain subject.
No, but sometimes I make that part of like my work day. I'll say
that don't count. You're probably going to YouTube.
But at the end of the workday, when I did everything I needed to do, I want to watch stupid stuff for sure.
But let me ask you a question. When you have an idea that you want to look up, where are you going? Are you going to Instagram?
No.
Are you going to TikTok?
Mainly YouTube.
Exactly why long form is a great way to survive AI.
Right.
Because you're looking for someone to tell you about this exact thing in detail through their experiences.
Yeah.
Right. Like AI can't say, yeah, last week when I plugged up this wire, I got shocked. So maybe you should, what? They can't tell you that. So like, that's why YouTube is going to be king. It always has been king, but it's going to be even more of a king because people are going to want to see real people with real conversations, really giving you their experiences and breaking things down. And AI can't do that. So I tell everybody, I know it's long and it's not as quick as making a quick Instagram, but you should have a YouTube presence, and you don't have to go crazy, make 10 videos a week, but that should be the
At
heart
least
and
one
soul.
a week. Yeah.
And guess what? You don't have to follow all the rules, right? I know they have rules on YouTube, like 15-minute at least videos or whatever, but everybody should just start. You could treat YouTube like,
I don't even know what the rules are anymore because it seems like they change every year anyway.
Yeah.
Even YouTube's algorithm changes every year, so it's like the rules that I studied 2 years ago is already different.
Yeah, and I think another way, and this is the last thing I'll say about AI, I think another way to defeat or survive AI is taking your business, if it's not already in the real world, to the real world and getting people to follow you from the real world. So instead of me posting on Instagram and hoping I get 20 new followers a day, how about you just go somewhere where there's 500 people and getting 100 of those people to follow you because you spoke to 500 in real life and they liked you in real life.
Yeah.
Or you spoke at that coffee shop and there was 20 people and all 20 people followed you. They had a real experience with you. They're locked in for years.
Yeah.
Versus seeing you just flash online.
That's my dude. Yeah. Like I've actually had a conversation with him before and stuff like that. Yeah.
Like if there was people here right now and we said, hey, next week we're going to invite 50 people to watch this thing live. Bro, we'll be talking to them for an hour before, an hour after. They'll be asking questions. Hey, how'd you hook up this camera? What are your thoughts on this? They're rocking with you for life. If those are 50 people, that's one day. Real people. You're not going to have that type of connection online.
Right.
So I think outside is going to be the new internet. Like that's the fastest.
I'm looking forward to that then because that's cool. I like that.
That's the fastest way to get to it.
Yeah.
It's like, yes, don't get it twisted. Your stuff can go viral. You can see 1 million people, but we're so used to people going viral. That's not going to be the cool thing anymore because AI is always going to go viral.
Right.
You rather just talk to a group of people who rock with you, who believe in you, who like your stuff, who like your information, want to buy from you, want to see you outside, want to see you online. So I say, go slow. It's not a race anymore. I'd rather you have 20 people, and when you wake up in the morning, I want to make something for these 20 people. Are you guys okay? Does anybody want to talk? Next week, you add 5. But real people that are actually connected.
And you've brought this up a couple times in like a few of the episodes already. I think the way you get to that is just by doing it, right? And doing it, you get better at it, you get more comfortable with it. You discover who you are, what your value is, what people like about you, what people don't like about you. You know what I mean? Like it's just that process, man, of getting used to like being yourself and being real and transparent and talking about your experiences when the cameras are on and the microphones are on. You know what I mean? Like almost like they're not even here. Like I kind of like compare it to like Truman Show, right? Where we're kind of like all on the Truman Show now, right? It's kind of just like we have to get used to like documenting and just having the cameras and mics on. And is the more transparent you can be and let people in and connect and relate, like they're gonna trust you and want to follow and purchase and learn things from you and stuff like that. You know, that's the whole game. So that's what I've been learning too, because that's why I say I don't even know what the rules are anymore. Because like 2 years ago, I had like a format and I'm trying to follow like this YouTube format and stuff like that. And I'm like, wait, no, like none of this matters. You know what I mean?
Because you were becoming the AI version of you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think I mentioned it on the other episode, and then now I look back and I watch it and I'm just like, I'm glad there's good information there. You know, like I was being genuine about like trying to teach and give people good information, but like you said, it's just information, a lot of it, and it's like I'm not really like being myself or talking about the story behind this information or how I learned this information
and how it affects you and how you're using it. Because you still can give the information. Like for instance, when 2020 pandemic and everything came and we were all in the house, I got really obsessed with camera gear.
Right.
And I started following all the camera people online.
Right.
That were sitting in front. Oh, and
you have a lot of knowledge about that.
Right here, my camera, the A7S III, that came out in 2020.
Yeah.
Was the biggest camera of the year. I saw maybe 200 YouTubers make a video about the same camera. I probably watched 150 of those videos.
Wow.
I got the same information. Yes, it's 4K, shoots 4K 120 and 60. It was the same information.
How'd you decide which guy is your guy?
I didn't care. I wanted all of it. I got addicted to the thing.
Okay.
But yes, certain guys I stuck with for the last 5 years, right? So like I loved Peter McKinnon because, I mean, he's not going to tell you about his wife and his kids and stuff, but like when he's talking, you get his brand. You knew when you, watch this, when you think Peter McKinnon, you think a little bit rugged, long hair. You think about like a Ford pickup truck. You think about gadgets like screwdriver, wrench, hammer, keychain, wood making. Bro, that has nothing to do with camera equipment. But when he shows up on camera, he's a long hair, white dude, long hair, little beard. Sometimes he's wearing a like a cowboy hat. He's always showing his keychains.
It's more like a lifestyle thing almost.
Right.
Showing you his lifestyle. Yeah.
Right. Without, you know, when
his passions and his hobbies. And,
right. We get stuck in, you know, if I'm just going to talk about where we came from, like in the hip hop world, right? We get stuck with thinking lifestyle means your Ferrari and other stuff.
No, yeah.
Right. But lifestyle is how you do the things you do, period. So like if you eat cream of wheat with a fork instead of a spoon, that's bugged out. But people are going to connect with that. Right? Like one of the videos I did for the restaurant, I put the microphone, the magnet microphone on a spoon. And so many people commented on that. And it was like, yo, you should do it all the time. It's so funny, your microphone with a spoon. But like, I know what to expect when I'm getting that guy. Right? And I like his style. It's not I'm not a cowboy. I don't drive a Ford F-150 and wear cowboy boots. But I liked his style.
But there's something about you. You have a style. You have a lifestyle. You have certain things you like, certain things you don't like. And it's just about knowing what that is, or just really just letting people in, man. It's not like fabricating. It's not really that much of a performance with him, I'm sure. Which is
it is. No, he's a big performer, but he's performing as him. If that makes sense. Like for instance, right now I'm performing as me. I'm still gonna be more natural when the camera's not off because I'm not on a podcast, but. He's gonna come in and he opens up every YouTube and he goes, "What's up, everybody?" Blah, 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 and he does his whole thing. But like it's him. It's like you're going to his stage show and he's performing, but you know so much about him because so much about him is embedded in his content, and he's not purposely doing it. He's not like, "Oh, tomorrow I gotta show my kids because I want people to know I have a kid, so they can have a connection."
You just
with
start.
Me.
The more you do it, you just develop a format naturally. Yeah.
Right. So you're like, yo, today I'm gonna eat cream of wheat because I ran out of Eggos. Like naturally, and then he'll make the cream of wheat, bro. He does that with coffee. Coffee has nothing to do with cameras. But he's going to show you how he shot making the coffee with his cameras. And now all the coffee people are like, oh, I follow Peter because he's also the coffee guy and also the F-150 guy. So it's like all the things you think are boring in your life or aren't big pieces of entertainment, other people out there are going to identify and like those things and follow you because of those things. And want to buy from you and rock with you because of those things. And guess what? Age is part of that. That's why I'm saying if you are a 60-year-old making content about, hey, I'm a 60-year-old woman, my husband passed away 5 years ago, and here's how I go shopping safely, knowing where to look, where to park, because there are bad people out here, and I don't feel protected because my man's no longer with me. What? There's millions of women that would follow her.
Right.
And that's her niche and her thing.
Right.
Or I'm a busy mom of 3. If anybody has more than 3 kids and you work also, here's how I make these meals so fast and they're healthy And like,
That would be my wife's like favorite channel.
but that's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
people are making cooking shows because food's always the king, but they're not looking at it from the perspective of who they are, where they're from, and what their age is, and the other people who are going to identify with those things and rock with them because of their identity matches their identity. Right. So over 40, start posting, go crazy. Right. Because AI ain't gonna mess with you. Go outside, meet real people in the real world, because that's the new online. The new online is gonna be offline. Because we go against everything that's good. Yeah, so people are going to want to be outside. I think bowling alleys are about to pop off. I think all the boring stuff is going to pop off. I think car meets, people just meeting in a parking lot with cars, are going to pop off. They're going to want to talk. Now, they might post that stuff on social media, but they're going to have a real community. So you build your community through who you are. Your community is going to find you based on your identity, where you go, who you like, what you eat, what type of shampoo you shower with.
Right.
Like, so incorporating your regular life into your content is going to be big, and it's going to always be AI, because what AI is just a robot with information that kind of looks like you.
So we have to sort of just get away from just regurgitating or making it, because here's how I got into like that information cycle, because I was thinking from a value standpoint, and I'm thinking like efficiency, like get to the point quick, give people massive value super fast. So that's how it just became information, right? And I think that worked a little bit, but I think there's this like a super glass ceiling with it. And I think all the cons are exactly what you just described, especially like when we're getting into this like new AI phase, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just going to get washed out if that's all you're doing, you know?
Right. And also, in closing, it's when you do make your content, honor people's time. I think that's another stage I'm at now, right? And because a lot of people try to make, because at one point, like Gary Vee, who is super cool, someone I follow and someone who knows me, we spoke. It was quantity over quality, right? Because quantity, you making a lot of content, you learn how to make more quality content. Right. So in the beginning, they say, yo, just make a bunch of crazies, just make it, and you learn how to make quality, right?
That's what Gary says, right?
Yeah. But once you know how to make, or once you could at least identify what quality content is, I just feel like at the end of it, there's so much content, there's so much swiping, there's so much out there, that if you think about honoring people's time when they're watching you. Because if they give you that 3 minutes, or they give you that hour on this podcast, right? Like, honor people's time. If you give them good information through you and your experiences, is like they just want to hang out. So even, for instance, like the first 20 minutes of this podcast, we did go off on a tangent of AI, but it's like that's what makes it human, and that's what makes it real.
Right.
And that's how you survive AI.
Yeah, right.
You know?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That was the real AI conversation. That's why I don't feel like it's too much of a tangent, because that's the real conversation, dude. You know?
Yeah, but my only
people
thing
are
is,
worried. You know,
and we're gonna have another AI podcast, and I'll tell you why. That's a conversation everybody's having. That doesn't matter, because most people having that conversation, the conversation is the only thing they're ever gonna have with AI. Right. It's gonna kill us. Or it's not gonna kill us. What are you doing with it? Or you just want to talk about it? Right, so I want to give people real value. I'm going to go out there, and one of the reasons I'm doing this podcast is
I've even met people that were like very anti-AI 2 years ago, but then I see them casually using like ChatGPT and using all these things, because they sort of like, I mean, at a certain point they had to turn around and just realize it's a useful tool. Right. It's not going to kill us all. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or not yet.
Right. Anyways. Right. Not yet. But the purpose is like, the purpose of this podcast is not to be, like I said last week, is not to be a know-it-all. I'm not here to be like, here's all the things you should do because I know it all. It's really to be a show-it-all, right? So as we go on, I'm going to master certain things in AI, and I'm going to show exactly how we used it, who helped me use it, how we made money with it, because I think it's going to be an awesome story to grow with people on this platform and show them how we move through it. I got tons of things I can show you how to do that I know already, But then it's like I love watching people's journey and watching them grow, and I learned through that because once you pave the way, then other people can follow.
For sure. Yeah. Makes sense.
And then we all can survive.
The AI apocalypse.
We can survive the AI apocalypse.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's all for today. That felt like a quick one, right?
What? How long was it?
I mean, we're like 56 minutes. It's almost an hour.
Oh, really? I thought we went over.
Well, you know what's funny?
I thought we went on a tangent.
Do you know how I know this podcast is good and it's gonna get better once you stop cutting me off every sentence? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put a little table here for me and Gabe, and every time he cuts me off or I cut him off, we're gonna have a Gabe jar and a Chris jar. We're gonna put $1 in there, so come with singles. All right. We're too old, and I was gonna say we're married. We're not married, but you get it. We're too righteous to go to strip clubs nowadays, all right? So it's the only reason we're gonna be carrying our singles around is to see.
I thought we actually passed an hour. I didn't realize it was that short.
No, but I think one of the signs of a good podcast, and we're gonna have a whole episode on podcasting. But one of the signs of a good podcast is it's free flowing and time doesn't matter, which is why Joe Rogan's 3 hours, Andrew Schultz is 3 hours. That seems to be, but also they talk about everything, right? I just wanted this to be shorter, more concise, stay on point, and people learn and they can go and they can learn about their aliens somewhere else.
Right.
But yeah, next week I want to just sharpen what we're doing and be successful at a task and show them how we did it and build along the way.
That's what's up. Yeah.
Now I'm talking about, and also I got to name this podcast. By the time you hear this, this is episode 4. We haven't really even released episode 1 because I just want to stack a few of these. I don't even know what the name of this podcast is going to be yet. I don't know if my name's incorporated. I just started a new company. Well, my old company I had to reinstate it today.
Like a new LLC?
Yeah. iDraft Media. We'll talk about that. That's what we're going to talk about next pod because I'm going to show you a way.
I never even knew why you came up with that name. I don't think we've ever had that conversation.
We'll do it next. Oh, that's going to be fun.
Yeah.
And I'm going to show you. It's going to be perfect for the pod because it's another way to make money with content that's not using your personal brand for content. So, it's a good one.
Okay.
It's a good one. So until next time, Survive AI. We'll see you next time.